as soon as that video was released, it got leaked to ESPN.
Did you hear the latest bombshell in women's basketball? Caitlyn Clark, the superstar everyone's been raving about, might be preparing to sue Unrivaled. Yes, you heard that right. Unrivaled
The fact that they made the video 22 minutes, like, that was a choice.
thought they could capitalize on Clark's name to sell tickets without her actually participating, but Clark wasn't having it. Now, fans are furious, demanding refunds, and the situation has spiraled into chaos. Curious about what really happened? Imagine getting excited for something incredible, only for it to completely fall apart. That's exactly what unfolded between Unrivaled and Caitlyn Clark. Here's the story. Unrivaled unexpectedly released a
I don't even know, 6 months at this point they've been announcing players. So they always do these little videos. So with this note, a lot of people looked into it even further, including myself, because 11 a.m. to 11:22 a.m. is a very specific time frame and a very specific amount of minutes for a video to be 22 minutes. Obviously, we all know that Caitlyn Clark is number 22, and that has been the person that has been the most anticipated person that people either want to see in Unrivaled, or people are just waiting to see if she is going to do it or not.
Mysterious 22-minute video, and things quickly went downhill from there. They're tossing around the number 22 like it's the hottest trend. Why 22? It's Clark's jersey number. But here's the twist, they never actually mention her.
We saw the video. They were talking, oh, everything was about the number 22. Oh, a 22-minute long video. Oh, you know, from 11 to 11:22.
Name, not even once. It's as if they're playing some strange basketball guessing game, expecting us to piece it together ourselves. You might be thinking maybe Clark was in on this whole thing. Nope, not even close. She had absolutely no idea she was being used like this. Imagine waking up one day to find your number splashed across a league's promo without your consent.
Somebody said there's a section of Caitlyn Clark fans that would have watched Unrivaled without her being a part of it, and they're risking turning those people off. Someone else said she's been used and her fans since she stepped foot in the W. That just doesn't stop. LOL, they know who brings in views and puts asses in seats.
That's exactly what happened to Clark. Unsurprisingly, fans are outraged. One fan even voiced their frustration, saying, "So, how did Clark catch Unrivaled red-handed in their little scheme?" Well, her team had been watching the entire circuit.
And they was lying to the people in the media. And they was lying to people all across the country. They was lying, telling bold-faced lies, talking about Caitlyn was going to come, just like I heard. I bet you a lot of other people heard that she was going to come. And that was not the case.
Unfold, and they were far from pleased. Angry doesn't even begin to cover it. It was as if Unrivaled thought they could just hijack Clark's identity without facing any consequences. Big mistake. Here's where things take a fascinating turn. What does Clark do when she finds out?
And it's interesting because I do think that Caitlyn Clark was probably okay. I think she was probably okay with all the promotion because she's, you know what, she seems to be okay promoting other players, as she always does. But I do think that she probably just said, you know what, this time, this is too much. This is too much. I'm not letting them continue.
She doesn't utter a single word, no fiery tweets, no press conferences, absolutely nothing. Just complete silence. And that silence? It said more than any statement ever could.
The reality is that they did everything they could to make it seem like Caitlyn Clark was in the league. Unrivaled did everything they could with all their marketing to make it seem like Caitlyn Clark was in the league, to try gain interest in the league.
It was as if she was declaring, "I see what you're doing, and I'm not engaging." But they were relentless, completely ignoring the signs. They kept pressing, dropping hint after hint about Clark joining their league. It was like a kid poking a sleeping bear, thinking it.
Because this was ridiculous. From that 22-minute video, from all of the stuff that they did, we need explanations explaining why did y'all lie to the nation. Y'all made it seem like Caitlyn Clark was coming to this damn league. Y'all was telling people in the media Caitlyn Clark was on the way.
It was all fun and games. But we all know how that usually turns out, don't we? The wildest part is how long this went on without challenge. They just kept at it, day after day, week after week. They were so confident they could eventually get Clark to cooperate. but they completely misjudged her. Clark was determined not to let anyone else dictate her story or exploit her name for their own benefit. So, there you have it. Unrivaled thought they were being clever with their little guessing game, but in the end, they just came across as desperate and, frankly, a bit shady. Meanwhile, Clark showed everyone that sometimes the most powerful move is to simply not play the game at all. Remember how I said Clark wasn't getting involved? Well, Unrivaled clearly missed that memo. They decided to go all in with their next move. But here's the thing, they had no idea they were walking straight into Clark's trap. What happened next is the kind of move that proves why some players are legends, both on and off the court. Unrivaled had been playing this guessing game for weeks, dropping hints and teasing everyone about Clark possibly joining their league. Then, they make this massive announcement. They're going to reveal 2 mystery players. Can you imagine the buzz? Everyone thought this was it. Clark was finally joining. But hold on, just as soon as that announcement is made, something completely unexpected goes down. You know what Clark does? She doesn't say a word herself. Nope. Instead, her team leaks to ESPN that she's not playing. Just like that, the whole flawless plan falls apart. It's like watching a perfect alley-oop, but Clark's the one there to block the shot. You might be wondering why Clark decided to speak up at this very moment. Well, it's all about timing. Clark had figured out what Unrivaled was really planning. They weren't just promoting her for a few weeks. They intended to stretch it out for months, using her name to sell tickets all the way until December. Can you believe it? They thought they could ride the Clark wave without her even being present. You know what's truly impressive? Clark didn't just protect herself. She stood up for all athletes by rejecting Unrivaled. With that move, she's sending a powerful message.